Welcome to True Crime Documentary channel. Let me talk about a story happened in Pakistan back to 2021. He was the heir of an older, powerful family with a long-standing business empire, wealthy beyond imagination. She was a daughter of a renowned diplomat, raised in privilege, known for her great talent and gentle demeanor. To the outside world, they seemed like a match made in heaven, and their union was expected to be a dream marriage. Yet it ended in tragedy. Her death not only revealed the decadence of the elite, but also exposed the hardships faced by women in a male-dominated society. Her death sparked outrage across the country. Countless people took to the streets, and many celebrities spoke out demanding justice for her, bringing women together to fight for their safety. So what drove a billionaire to become a cold-blooded killer? Let's rewind to 2021 and uncover the grim details of high society family tragedy. This story unfolded in Pakistan, a predominantly Muslim country in South Asia, specifically in the capital city, Islamabad. Our main character, Noor was a talented 27-year-old woman born on October 31st, 1993, in Amman, Jordan. She was the second of three children in her family. Both her parents held a distinguished status. Her father, Shankar Makdam, was a prominent Pakistani diplomat, having served as Pakistan's ambassador to South Korea and Ireland. Her mother also came from a powerful family due to her father's work. Noor spent a significant time of her childhood in Ireland, which shaped her upbringing. She received a quality education from a young age, with her parents being highly educated and open-minded in raising their children. They fully supported her interest. In such a family, Noor grew up as a kind-hearted young woman with a love of animals and art. She harbored a grand dream of making the world a better place. Although many might see this as an idealistic dream, Noor took it seriously, wholeheartedly engaging with people and the world around her, hoping to bring about a gradual change. Later, her father's job required his family to return to Pakistan, settling in Islamabad. Despite leaving the familiar environment of Ireland, Noor adapted well, quickly falling into love with her new surroundings. Career-wise, she planned to design clothing and create lures, excelling in this field and producing stunning works. Because her parents' Pakistan's upper class, Noor was acquainted with many wealthy families, including Zahir, Jafar. The two families had known each other through their parents' connections. Zahir, now 30, was the son of Chaka Jafi, an immensely wealthy businessman in Pakistan. His family held vast wealth and influence, with the family business established by his ancestors long before Pakistan was founded. Spanning industries like oil, railroad, aviation, and pharmaceuticals. His mother estimated Adamji also came from one of Pakistan's wealthy families, ranking around top 40 in the country. His parents indulged him, let him do whatever he pleased. As a result, he lived a life of luxury, almost like a royalty. Raj's influential family typically prioritize the education of their heirs, as they are expected to carry on the family's enormous legacy. Zahir received a college education, attending prestigious school in Pakistan like a Beacon House and the Lambs before studying business management and psychology in the United States. He held a dual citizenship in Pakistan and the US. Unlike conservative norms in Pakistan, he preferred the openness of Western society, so he often spent time in the US and the UK, frequenting bars and entertainment venues. In 2018, Zahir happened to meet Noor. He was a successful young man, and she was an enthusiastic and a lovely young woman. He came from a powerful family. She was the daughter of diplomat. Friends remarked them that they were a perfect match, practically made for each other. After getting to know each other, they officially started dating. Though marriage was not yet on the table, their relationship drew admiration and value from those around them. On the evening of July 18, 2021, Zahir invited Noor to his villa. On F7th Street in Islamabad, this neighborhood was a hallmark of extreme wealth, home to the average. Since they were in a relationship, an invitation like this was nothing but out of ordinary, especially since she had visited this home several times before. She expected a typical evening, looking forward to the gathering. Little did she know that it would be a one-way trip, a journey of no return, and this villa would mark the end of her life. Time passed by. Every morning of July 2021, Noor had been out of contact with her family for an entire day. Her father, Shankar, had spent the day shopping out for the upcoming holiday and only noticed her absence when he returned home in the evening. At 12:40 a.m., he sent her 3 text messages asking where she was, but received no response. At 5:48 a.m., her mother texted her as well, but still received no reply. During the time, 2 relatives tried calling her, but her phone was turned off. With each hour, her parents' worry grew. Finally, at 10:43 a.m., her mother received a voice message from Noor, assuming she was safe. The exact content of the message was never disclosed. Her parents' anxiety eased, but in a strange tweet, Zahir called around the time, claiming that he didn't know where she was. It felt like someone confessed to not stealing money before even being asked about it, although it seemed odd. Since Noor had assured them of her safety, her parents dismissed any concerns. Just a few hours later, Shankar, Noor's father, he received a call from police informing his daughter had been murdered. This news devastated her parents, but they had to hold back their grief to identify her body. Learning the crime scene was Zahia's home shocked them even more. When they arrived at the villa, they found the blood covering the room with Noor, just a 27-year-old, lying in a pool of red. The horrifying detail was her head was nearly severed. A preliminary examination revealed she had been brutally tortured before her death, with multiple stab wounds, injury from a blunt object. Forensic report later showed Noor had been assaulted multiple times, and the cause of death was asphyxiation, meaning the killer continued to dismember her after her were already dead. Blood stains at the scene she was suggested her death had been struck. The crime scene was Zahida's home, and the priest found weapons, a knife, and a glove on his personnel. Zahida was clearly the prime suspect and was immediately taken to custody. Shockingly, there were several others in the room at the time, including employees from healthcare company. It remains unclear who they were present. One of them might have been the person who reported the matter to the police. They did not reveal their identity, possibly to avoid unwanted complications or fear of retaliation. To this day, the caller's identity remained a mystery. The police were under immense pressure, fully aware that this case would be exceptionally difficult to handle. Both the victim and the suspect came from influential background, but there was no turning back what had happened. Given that Zahida held dual U.S. citizenship, frequently traveling between the U.S. and the UK, and reportedly had a criminal record in both countries, having even been deported from the UK. The investigators sought assistance from the UK and the US authorities, hoping they could provide criminal history. Zahida had a history of violence and substance abuse, and had even been arrested for assaulting his own mother. As the investigation deepened, it was discovered his parents were also implicated as his accomplices. The healthcare staff present were associated with his father's company, having been sent by him. Call records and the statement from healthcare staff revealed that Zahida called his parents for help after killing Noor. His father then sent people to the scene, tried to destroy evidence, and staged the scene. Fortunately, before they could carry out their plan, some alerted the police, which led the case being uncovered. On July 25, 2021, the police arrested Zahida's parents along with some household staff, sued the healthcare company, and denied bail. It was noting that the police acted with remarkable efficiency and decisiveness, largely due to massive public outreach. Given the influence of former ambassador Shankar both online and in real life, many people pressured the police to act swiftly and deliver justice. After investigating the scene, reviewing the surveillance footage around the homes, the police uncovered shocking details. They reconstructed the sequence of events as follows. In the night of July 18, Zahira unexpectedly called Noor, asking her to come to his home. Noor arrived at 10 p.m., unaware that Zahira had already booked a two-plane ticket to New York for 3:50 a.m. on July 18. He planned to propose to Noor that evening, hoping they could leave to New York together if she accepted. However, Noor was not yet ready for marriage, although they had been in date for 3 years. She ultimately turned down Zahira's proposal. In Pakistan, refusing a proposal can be seen as highly disrespectful, and Zahira, a proud man, felt humiliated and became enraged, leading to an argument between them at around 2:15 a.m. on July 19. Zahira dragged Noor, who was barefoot, out of the house and hailed a taxi to the airport. However, halfway there, they realized they wouldn't make the flight in time. So they returned home. The taxi driver later reported that the two appeared to have argued. The woman was silent with a tense expression, while the man was yelling constantly. Shortly after they returned home, Noor tried to leave again, and at 10:41 a.m., she made it to the yard, but was chased down by Zahira, who pulled her back inside. At 7:12 a.m. on July 20, Noor attempted to escape by jumping from an upper floor. She ran barefoot, crushing her abdomen to the main gate, only to be stopped by the security guard and the gardener. Shortly after, Zahira noticed something was wrong, jumped down, seized Noor's phone, and locked her in the security room. Minutes later, Zahira, in a rage, dragged Noor back into the house from security room. Surveillance footage captured no further image of Noor after that. The next time she was seen was her body was discovered. It was clear this house was the primary crime scene. Interestingly, on November 14, 2021, Pakistan Electrical Medical Regulatory Authority banned all satellite channel from broadcasting the leaked satellite surveillance footage. Police believe after Noor's repeated escape attempts failed, Zahira tortured her brutally, a process that lasted the entire day and ultimately ended in her death. Upon his arrest, Zahira pleaded not guilty. How the case was filled with clear evidence, leaving little room for him to avoid conviction. DNA test revealed Zahira's semen in Noor's body and Zahira's skin cell under her fingernails and Noor's blood on the shirt Zahira wore at the time. Both the blade and the handle of a metal weapon contained Noor's blood, and the knife was confirmed the weapon belonged to Zahira. Noor's body was also found in the glove, which likewise belonged to Zahira. Zahira was the only person with Noor from start to finish, making him the sole suspect. On Zahira's phone, the police found a video of him torturing Noor, although it had been deleted. The police eventually were able to recover all these pieces of evidence, pointed directly to Zahira was the perpetrator. Of course, Zahira was not the only one involved in the crime. On October 14, the Islamabad court indicted 12 suspects, including Islamabad court Zahira, his parents, 3 household staff members, and 6 employees from housecare company. The security guard and the gardener charged with failing to help a person in distress, preventing Noor's escape, and indirectly contributing to her death. The others were charged with withholding information, attempting to destroy evidence, and staging the crime scene. This case drew widespread attention across Pakistan. People were following every development to see the outcome of this trial between 2 powerful families. Many singers, journalists, and other public figures took to social media or using the hashtag Justice for Noor. Beyond online support, numerous memorials were held in Noor's honor, not only in her hometown, but also in cities like Berlin, Los Angeles, New York, London, Toronto, and many others. Although Noor had an outpouring of support, her parents knew that facing a wealthy, powerful family in court would be challenging with unpredictable obstacles. This proved true. During the pre-trial detention phase, tensions between the 2 families were high. The Zahid family hired a team of high-profile lawyers who used every tactic in the book, leveraging every elaborate law to delay the trial to reduce the charges. Zahid himself, the perpetrator, was no less devious. On his way to the court, he displayed arrogance, taunting others with remarks like, "It's ridiculous to arrest me. I'm American, not Pakistan. My lawyer will explain everything to you." In addition to his brazen attitude, he fabricated numerous stories throughout 25 hearings, attempting to mislead the judge. He claimed Noor had many boyfriends, one of them killed her. Other time he claimed she brought a large amount of drugs to his house, demanding him hold the party. He said he refused and went upstairs to sleep. When he woke up, he found himself tied up, which Noor was supposedly murdered by someone else at the wild party, of which he claimed to know nothing. At other times, he said he proposed to Noor, but killed her in a struggle after she refused. In short, none of his testimonies were truthful. To lessen his sentence, Zahir resorted to various support. He frequently appeared in court carried in a stretcher, was seated in a wheelchair, and he was even removed from the courtroom multiple times due to his disruptive behavior. At one point, he pointed at the judge and yelled insults, then pretended to suffer from mental illness, acting and speaking incoherently. The persecution was often frustrated by Zahid's brazen behavior, but continued to counter his claim when he claimed to have a mental illness. They brought a psychiatrist to examine him. When he claimed to be too sick to attend the court, they arranged for a medical specialist along with a caregiver to transport him on a stretcher to the courtroom. Finally, when he ran out of excuses, Zahida shouted, "I'm American. Pakistan has no right to judge me. I demand to be trial in the United States." It's true, if Zahira was an American citizen and the U.S. Embassy in Pakistan even sent a representative to visit him in jail. However, the U.S. made it clear that American citizens abroad must abide by the laws of the country they were in. When Americans are arrested overseas, the embassy can check on their welfare and provide legal and contact, but it cannot offer legal advice, participate in court proceedings, or secure their release. Pakistan's Prime Minister at the time, Imran Khan, publicly stated that people would be severely punished regarding our foreign citizenship. The Pakistan government even flagged Zahir's name at border checkpoint to prevent him from fleeing the country. On February 24, 2022, after 8 months of trial-length legal battles, the Islamabad court delivered its final verdict. Zahir was convicted of Noor's murder and sentenced to death. Yet Pakistan does have the death penalty. Additionally, he received 25 years prison sentence and was fined 200,000 Pakistan rupees for assault. 15 years in prison was a 100,000 rupee fine for abduction and 1 year in prison for illegal detention. Altogether, he was fined 300,000 Pakistani rupee, roughly $11,100 at the current exchange rate. Zahir's two household and staff members, the security guard and the gardener, were each sentenced to 15 years in prison. And for Zahir's parents and others prosecuted for failing to report the crime and attempting to cover it up, they were ultimately acquitted. Noor's father expressed relief at the verdict. Speaking to the media outside the court, he said, "I am pleased that justice has been served. The law is indeed fair." However, he voiced about the acquittal of parties and later filed an appeal, arguing they should also be held accountable. After review, the court upheld the acquittals. Zahir's sentence to death and the two employees sentenced to 15 years were also appealed to the Islamabad High Court for sentence reductions. Upon review, the High Court upheld the sentences, even increasing Zahir's penalty by adding a second death for assault, bringing him total 2 death sentences. Noor's father commended this outcome proves to everyone that no one stands above the law. Although Zahir's sentence to death carried out the execution posed its own challenges. On April 12, 2023, Zahir appealed to Pakistan Supreme Court, citing 23 reasons, arguing the sentence was unfair. However, the Supreme Court dismissed his appeal. Following the widespread media coverage, this case became a national issue in Pakistan, and the government was under considerable pressure not to neglect it. Understanding this, the Jaffer family spokesperson immediately released a statement distancing themselves from Zahir. The Jaffer family extended its deepest condolence to Noor's family and loved one. We were horrified and deeply saddened by these heinous actions. We deeply regret this incident. Furthermore, we strongly condemn this violent act and will forever denounce the healer and his behavior. The healed maternal family also issued a clear statement. Our family strongly condemn the healer's brutal actions. We don't and will never support the healer in any way. We firmly stand by the view of law justice, for law must be served and war will be served. The healer parents also issued a statement through their lawyer. We firmly stand with the victim and absolutely not protect this son. Just the healer had been disowned by those around him, and the only path waiting him was the death sentence. Although the exact date of the execution remains unknown, since he has denied guilt at the beginning, his motive for the crime remains unclear. Perhaps one day he will feel remorse and confess, or may die without repenting, leaving the motives a mystery forever. Noor's tragic death was like a spark that ignited an explosive issue, bringing violence against women in Pakistan to a breaking point. In fact, the inequality in Pakistan is severe, and women face low status in many aspects such as education, employment, even in their families. According to the Global Gender Gap Index in 2021, Pakistan ranked 150 of 156 countries, fourth from the bottom. In 2022, it worsened, ranking 145 out of 146 countries. Some may have had the term honor killing, where family, tribal, or community members met others to preserve what they consider the family honor or reputation. Globally, there are as many as over 5,000 honor killings per year. One well-known case involved Kandil Balak, a 26-year-old social media personality known as the Kim Kardashian of Pakistan, was brutally murdered by her brother for posting provocative photos online. Shortly after his arrest, her brother showed no remorse, believing that protesting the family's honor was an honorable and proud act. Yet Pakistan has made an effort to pass laws to protect women and establish special courts for gender-based violent bases, but the challenge remains immense. Just a month before Noor met, Pakistan's Prime Minister Imran Khan made a shocking statement: if women dress provocatively, men will be aroused unless they are robots. He implied the rise in cases involving women was primarily due to their revealing clothing. The statement sparked a nationwide protest at the time. Before the protest settled, Noor's murder took place. The issue of women's safety in Pakistan is urgent. According to many Pakistani women, seeking justice for them is just a fast step forward, but there still has a long way ahead. When gender becomes the reason for bullying and discrimination, when the powerful can act with impunity, the money can manipulate justice and decide life and death. True safety and freedom are out of reach for everyone. In response to public outcry, the Pakistani government finally recognized the gravity of the problem and began to focus on similar cases. And this is the conclusion of this story. What do you think about it? Leave your thoughts below. Thanks for watching. See you next time.